to be here, and I have here Ella Grace from my last week's video, and she brought Dalton, the boyfriend. Welcome to my channel and welcome to the Philippines. Please give us a little background about yourself.
So I am retired officially as of 1 February from the U.S. Air Force.
Okay.
I've been in the Philippines since October.
October, okay.
And
are you planning to stay here for good?
Yes, the plan is to stay here for good. Philippines is my home now.
All right. Well, that's nice. How old are you again?
I'm 43. I'm soon to be 44 next month.
Next month. Well, advance happy birthday. Are there any big plans?
Go to the beach.
Go to the beach.
Yeah.
What's your first impression of the Philippines, Dalton?
Beautiful. The people here are very welcoming, always smiling. From what I've seen, very hospitable. Yeah, it's been great. I've been very blessed and fortunate.
I heard you guys have good news.
Yes. We are expecting. It looks like most likely it's a boy. And
Wow.
when are we expecting? August?
Yeah, August.
August?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, how did you know about the Philippines and how did you find this lovely lady?
Through YouTube.
Through YouTube, okay.
Just prior to coming to the Philippines, I had been 4 years in Germany, and then I did 4 years in Japan, and then
Okay.
2 years in Portugal. So,
Okay.
about 10 years or a little over that I've been out of the United States that I have not lived there. So, I was just thinking of places to live, and, the Philippines was one of those where it will allow me to live off of my retirement
Okay.
and, whatever pension I get. And, yeah, I just started looking up. Your channel was one of the first that popped up. There were a few
Alright.
other ones as well, and I happened to come on to her sister's channel where she was doing an interview with her.
Okay. What made you decide to, message Ella Grace?
Well, one, I love the dress that she was wearing in that.
What were you wearing?
In that thumbnail.
That's my sister dress.
Okay.
And I just loved, from what I could see, her kindness, her caring. OFW, almost 4 years, and most of what she was making, she was sending back to her family
Right.
to build a house for her kids and her mom and dad that were taking care of them. And
Right.
I just said to myself, man, I can't even imagine, the sacrifice and commitment that takes. So, she seemed very humble, and so I reached out, created a Facebook account, Messenger.
You didn't have a Facebook
Yeah.
account prior to that?
No,
No?
no, not at all.
Oh, wow.
And-
So you made a Facebook account and sent her a message?
Sent her a message, just kind of like, hello, my name is Dalton. I saw your video, your interview with your sister. I would love the opportunity to meet you. If you'd like that, please give me a call. So.
What was your reaction to Dalton's first message? Were you excited? Like, oh my god.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
excited, and I asked the Leia, my sister.
Okay.
Then the Leia told me, okay, you just message him. You try to call him. Then I call him also, but that time he's sleeping.
Oh, he was sleeping at that
Yeah.
time. Okay.
Yeah.
Were you amazed that she called you? Were you
Yeah,
surprised?
I was, because that's something I had never done before, and I was like, you know what? Why not? And when I saw the message, I kind of panicked a little bit because I was like, man, I missed her call. What if,
Okay.
but luckily when I did call back, she answered. And here we are, and ended up together, ended up meeting you.
Yeah,
I've
it's
seen,
awesome.
some of your videos, and it's like, yeah,
Well,
surreal.
It's awesome to meet you guys. This is one of the rewarding things about doing this kind of job because meeting different kinds of people out of other Asian countries. What draws you to the Philippines?
So
to Ella Grace?
I had, prior to that, I had narrowed it down. I was looking at the Philippines. I was looking at Cambodia,
Okay.
and then also I thought about Thailand as well.
Okay.
But to be honest, me not being a linguist,
Okay.
English is my only language, and Sometimes I don't do that well. So, and the Philippines is definitely a lot easier to find people that speak English here. And Filipinos just seem to be natural linguists. Most Filipinos I run into, they know at least three languages: their local
Right.
dialect, Tagalog, and then English at
English.
least. So,
Okay, so the English, I mean the language barrier, is it that,
yeah, and that, and then also my faith, being a Christian, and the Philippines is big on Christianity, so it was kind of a perfect fit. So
Well, that's awesome. What are the things you love about Dalton?
Yeah. I love him because he's very responsible.
Responsible? Okay.
Yeah, and very humble, caring, and very sweet.
So it's life changing for both of you.
Yeah.
yeah, that was like one of the first things I had asked her. I was like, or I let her know. I was like, I'm looking for a partner. Do you want to be my partner? So, so I'm a big believer. When you're committed, you go 100%.
Right.
So.
And we want simple life only.
Simple life together, a
Yeah.
happy, big family. So, how many kids are you planning to have in the future?
So I think the unwritten plan is until we have a girl.
Until we have a girl.
Buckle up, lady.
So we'll see.
You want to have a baby girl.
Yes, we do want to have a baby girl. I'm excited, but for right now it's looking like we're having a little boy.
Boy.
And
Well, who
on our
knows?
family, there's a lot of boys, so he'll just have a lot of older cousins he can run around with. And then us living in the province, that was important to me because I do want our child to learn his mother's dialect. So
Right.
that was important.
Do you love living in the province?
I do. I do. It has its. So I guess what I should start with what I don't love is
Okay.
the internet. The internet it can be tough, but
Hey,
the people.
Starlink is not
Piso
available.
knit. That piso knit.
Oh, Pesonet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes that goes out.
Right,
But I
right.
mean, the people, the area is beautiful. Yeah, I really do love it there. If the internet worked, or if it was reliable,
Right, right.
yeah. But I do like it there.
Okay, but except for the internet, hey,
Yeah.
maybe you guys think of, the Starlink is available now in the Philippines,
Yeah, so
apparently.
we might have to look into that.
Yeah.
We even
Yeah.
thought about, right now we live in Cagayan. We're thought about moving over to Candoni,
Okay.
and which is like, 15 minutes away from
Yeah,
Cagayan.
yeah.
So it's
Okay.
still close, and they do have more reliable internet.
The last time I spoke with Grace, she said she started her annulment process.
Yes.
So you guys are planning to get married after that's done.
Yes, yeah, that has always been the plan.
That's always been a plan.
Yeah, and if we can do that, Lord can make a way where we can do that before the baby's born, that'd even be awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is definitely the plan. And then I won't have to worry about the tourist visa.
Yeah, yeah. So you can be a permanent resident here.
Yeah, because
with a 13A.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
before that, I can't do the retirement visa because you got to be 50, and I'm like,
Exactly.
man.
You're too young to get the retirement visa.
And I can imagine with the dollar how it is, and coming over here, you definitely can live better. But what I will say is, whether it's male or female, if you're coming to pursue happiness, I'm all for it.
Generally, Filipino people, how do they view you as a person of color here in the Philippines?
So far, for what I've seen, everyone has been friendly, been respectful. Maybe it's good I don't know the language. So, it's that saying, ignorance is bliss, but it's been
Right.
great for me. Everyone's has been kind, but then again, I try to treat people with respect. So I try to smile. I always say hello. And if they don't say hello, I still smile and I keep going. So,
Okay.
but I think it's all about, your attitude too, or your vibe. So I think if someone does, I think we need to be good ambassadors because, we're here in the Philippines. This is not, my country. This is not the U.S. So I just try to be friendly.
Right.
And I know that some people I may be the first black person, especially when I'm in the province. So
Right,
to
right.
me, it's very important that I give off a positive vibe, and I'm very friendly, because I don't want someone to think, because maybe I had a bad day and I'm rude and like, oh, you know. So
Right.
I do think that's very important, how I'm perceived, and I try to be friendly most of the time. So.
Is he friendly to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So are you planning to teach Dalton Bisaya
Little bit.
a little bit?
A little bit.
How are the kids with Dalton? Like, the kids from the barangay, are they thinking he's Michael Jordan? Are they asking for a picture with Dalton?
Only my neighbor, call him like, what is that? Black
Oh,
Mamba.
Black Mom. So when we first got here, well, so when I first got here, we
Okay.
spent a few days over in the Hilton over in Manila,
Okay.
and then we flew to Bacolod, and then that night we got in, and then the next day, they had lechon for me. They
Yeah,
cooked
yeah.
two pigs. I mean, and then the
welcome
barangay
home.
captain came. I mean, then I think they were calling me Black Mom. I mean, I was amazed just at the hospitality and
Wow, the barangay captain?
yeah.
Yeah, and Barangay Kagawad.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then we
Were you
recently,
shocked?
yeah, I was, and I was out of my comfort zone. But part of what I told myself is I'm going to embrace change, and I'm not going to take myself too serious. So I try
Right.
to be positive, and I was meeting and greeting, and dancing and doing things. And she talked me into joining the Zumba, and then we did
The
the
champion in
Zumba
Zumba.
Okay.
champion. Our team, we won for the
Wow.
first time in Cabion. So, I mean, I was so humbled to be part of that history. And, some of the people, when we go into Candlemeet, they're like, oh, he's the Zumba champion.
Yeah, and the judges
Yeah.
stand up and clap hands.
Okay.
They even
Yeah.
brought me up. I did the little dance off.
Do you have a
and
video of this? I have to see his moves.
Yeah.
And so, I've done a lot of things that I would not have done or never would have done. And, I'm just embracing positivity and, like I said, not taking myself too serious.
Right.
So,
Did he like lechon?
Yeah.
You like the lechon? You like the
Yes.
lechon?
He like
and it was my first time having it. So,
wow.
yeah, I was very humbled by that, because Mama and Papa, they actually got the pigs. They slaughtered the pigs, and yeah, I was like, man, I feel like they're gonna think this is a wedding celebration or something.
Right,
two
right.
pigs.
Two pigs?
Yeah. One
Okay.
lechon and one for put the jackfruit.
What is your favorite Filipino food so far, Dalton?
So far, I think I like when she cooks the chicken adobo. I like the pork adobo too, but I don't know how healthy that is. Most of the stuff you made, I really enjoyed. What was the
Thank
one
you.
with the banana heart?
Ah, yeah, the banana heart.
Banana heart? Oh my
Like,
gosh. That's my
put
favorite.
some vinegar and sugar
And the milk, right?
fresh coconut milk.
Ah, okay. I love it too.
So I've never had so many fresh vegetables. Like I never had string beans fresh before until I got here. I didn't even know what they looked like. I've always had them in the can or frozen. So there's a lot. I've definitely lost some weight, and hopefully I'll continue to lose more weight. And I'm definitely eating a lot healthier because of Ella Grace. So
So you love her cooking.
yes, I do.
Aw.
I love
you,
her
baby.
too.
How would you describe the dating scene for an average guy back in the West?
This is my opinion from
Oh,
what
yeah.
I've seen.
Yeah.
I feel like they're kind of apprehensive. It's a no-win situation for them. Say they get in a relationship and they're hoping that they find a good partner and they're appreciated. But what if they're not, and they spent X amount of years? Most of the time, the way our system is, you're gonna get shafted.
Right.
And whether that's paying alimony or a percentage of your retirement going to them. So I feel like a lot of guys might be guarded now on that and wondering if marriage is even worth it, because it seems like on a man's side you're already at a disadvantage. I think there's a lot of dating going on, but I don't know about serious commitments as far as marriage. I feel like there's probably a lot of maybe in-house living, and as being a couple. But I don't know if if guys feel apprehensive about marriage because it feels like, hey, okay, well, what is the benefit in that? I think
Right.
some guys are looking at that because I do
Yeah,
have
because
friends that.
especially if the system is already stacked against you.
Yeah, so I do have friends that are like that have been married before and divorced, and they're like, I'll never get married, and they're
Well,
like,
you're here and you're planning to
and,
marry.
and they're like,
Yeah.
and a lot of my friends, I'm thankful because though we may have different opinions, they're respectful about my decision. Most of my friends, some of them feel
Right,
like,
right.
but
What do you think is like the advantage of marrying a Filipino compared to a Western woman?
here in the Philippines, women want to be married. They want
Yeah.
to be a wife. They want to cook. They want to take care of the home. I don't believe in the notion about, oh, a woman's powerful if she's got her own money, if she's got,
Right.
and if she's got her own job. I feel like when you're together in a relationship, it's a partnership. So whether the husband is the breadwinner or the wife's the breadwinner, it's everybody's. At
Right.
least that's my
It is a
opinion.
partnership. It's a
And-
unit,
and yeah,
right?
it's my opinion, and that's how I treat our relationship. People can call me whatever they want, but I said when we're together, what's mine is yours, and what's yours is mine. That's how I treat it. But that's just my opinion.
You want to be married, right? Like
Yeah.
we like being married and taking care of the house. It's like our pride and joy.
Yeah, like, and for me, to be honest, I was fine with if we didn't have any more kids. Like, if I didn't have any more kids, I was fine with that.
Okay.
And she let me know that she wanted to have another kid, and I was like,
Okay.
well, we're gonna do that. We got to get to doing it because I'm not any younger.
For me, if you have a baby, I think that's more, more happiness and stronger relationship.
And one thing I love, about her too is she's always trying to take care of me and trying to be like, if I'm like, oh, let's buy, oh, no, that's too expensive. We can get this. And I was like, yeah.
You're very
So
frugal.
she's very frugal, and she's like, well, if we do this, if we buy this, we can sell. And, so she's always trying to better me. One thing that I've seen just from my perspective, Filipino women are strong. They're very strong. she can be headstrong, I know,
Oh,
at
yeah.
times too, but that's
The misconception about Filipinos being subservient
no,
and just
no.
I don't know where they're getting
Yeah,
their
I don't know
stats.
where they're getting that either.
Tampo.
Tampo.
Oh yeah, I learned about Kampo, yes.
Tampo.
You know,
Do you do a lot of tampo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
always.
Maybe it's just hormonal.
no, because but in her defense, I've done that too. So we've both
Oh,
been.
you do
Because I
tampo
need
thing?
time.
Yeah.
I need attention like a baby.
Like, babe, I was telling you this, you weren't listening to me. And,
Why weren't you listening down to me?
But I know it's hard for her because it's like I'm talking in English and then
Right.
she's talking in her. So sometimes I try to put myself in her shoes.
Right. You're here because you want to be with Elder Grace.
Yes.
She's 29. Not just Western women, and also guys back in the West. Like, oh, you're just going to the Philippines to get a young girl, and
Yeah.
you are all pedophiles and
Yes.
such. But they don't know like the whole story. And it's like, what are your thoughts on people saying that? Oh, basically all foreigners take advantage of their, of their poverty or their situation.
I will say it's human nature for us to, if we have a bias, to look at things that validate that bias. So, for instance, I do believe there probably are some pedophiles, but I will say that they're definitely the minority.
Right.
But so all it takes is, like they say, is one bad apple to spoil the. So so they're the people that have that mindset. They're grabbing onto that. Hey, you see, here's another one. But yeah, what about thousands that are doing
good.
that are
Yeah.
good, that are coming here? They're helping support the economy. One of the things also why I came here. I had made up my mind I was going to come here anyway, but I got
Okay.
blessed when I was able to find Ella Grace. And
She's the cherry on top.
yes, and one of the other things I wanted to do is also, find a church family. We're still working on that, and then also be a part of the community and make it better too. And I feel like there are foreigners that do that too, but you don't, and some of them may not publicize that. So.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're more welcome and home here?
Oh yes, without a doubt. I've never been to a more hospitable place than
Imagine
the
the whole
Philippines.
barangay welcoming you with all the chon.
And it's just a bunch of 1,000 smiles and faces, and it just amazes me, when people like say, oh, well, the Philippines people are poor, and I'm like, I don't like to say that they're poor. I think that's more of a mindset. I think there's just maybe not as many opportunities, but I've never ran into so many friendlier and happier people.
Yeah, when I measure success, it's not about the money you have.
Yes.
It's about the kinds of relationships you have with people around you.
Yes.
If you have a happy home,
Yes.
that's success right there.
And I think you hit the nail right on the head. That's, for me, I feel that same way. I could have easily continued working. I could have got another job after I retired, looked for, six-figure job and kept piling on. But for me, I had a heart-to-heart and looked at I'm like, that's not what I want to do. Like I said, live a simple life, enjoy the rest of my life, and yeah.
You mentioned that Ella Grace here is very frugal. So you're not asking for, fancy clothes, fancy house. Just
sometimes we looking the bag.
Yeah.
And I say, oh, I check the price, 5,000, 6,000. No.
A lot of times I gotta talk her into getting things.
Right.
Yeah, for me, it's okay,
Okay, like the
yeah,
thrift,
200,
yeah,
300, enough for
thrift shop,
me.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't like expensive.
Yeah, because she needs a new purse, so we're looking at, and I was like, I said, this price is cheap back in the U.S. And she's like, no, I can get one for 300.
Right.
I was like,
Yeah, we sometimes get it from Shopee or Lazada.
she keeps me grounded because there's times I probably would spend a lot more, and she, I'm blessed to have her because she's like, no, we don't need that. I'm like, okay, boss.
All right. Well, speaking of which, budget. If you don't mind my asking, how much is your monthly budget here?
So right
For
now,
the
for the household is about 1,500. So was that 81,000 pesos or 82,000, somewhere around there? That's what we're trying to stick to.
And you cook very well too, so no need of going out and eating.
Yeah, sometimes we cook vegetable only. That's healthy.
So final remarks, Dalton, for the guys who want to visit here or want to retire here.
I'll say come on out. For me, it's been the best thing that's happened. Yeah, just do your research. Look at the different channels like Filipino Peas.
Oh, thank you.
There's countless other ones too. Leia's channel, just to learn kind of different aspects of the Philippines before you get out here. And I definitely think you'll have a great time.
All right, perfect. Well, best of luck to the both of you. Lovely people. And maybe I'll see you again in the future. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And I hope you enjoyed this segment. And I'll be back in just 3 more days with something fresh for you to consider. So, till then, folks, bye! If you think about it, I'm kind of like a teacher, providing knowledge about the Philippines twice a week. My course covers many different subjects, including the psychology of dealing with the local inhabitants, the mathematics of constructing a workable budget, and even biology with the sometimes bizarre mating habits of the Filipina. All I ask for this higher education is that you subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you're never late for class, and check out my Patreon page for extra content and exclusive features. And while you're waiting for your next lesson, it might be a good idea to study the other course material, because after grading your last exam, I'm afraid I'm gonna need you to stay after class for a little cramming session. Are you ready?